Will Joe Espada be the next manager of the Houston Astros? Let's talk about that one.
What do you think?
All right, Dez. Is it going to be Joe Espada?
Yes.
Why hasn't it already happened?
Yeah, why are they waiting so long? You think he's upset that they're taking so long?
In a vacuum, yes. He's the manager. Why is it taking so long? I have no idea. I think the very first thing is, hey, maybe find out when his contract expires.
That's a
Tough look.
really tough.
We're
look.
we're Dana guys.
Brown.
We're Dana guys.
We are.
We're Dana guys.
You should know
Say,
what's going on.
You know what? No, you know what? I'll be his voice of reason. As a GM, you have a lot going on. Traveling to Arizona, probably a little jet lag.
Okay, but
probably not his fault. Maybe not an updated memo.
They have
rough look.
They have Wi-Fi on planes.
I'm trying.
It is a rough look.
It's a rough look.
I mean, what's stopping him from? What's stopping the Brewers just from scooping up Joe before they?
What's?
I think the worst look was saying that we have him hostage.
Yeah.
When he just walked in.
I have them hostage in my basement. They're just in the yard.
The Giants wanted Bob Melvin. They went and got him. Bob Melvin was still under contract with the Padres, and the Padres let him go. But what I'm saying is, if you want somebody bad enough, you go get them.
I also think it's probably a game of posturing and business where both sides are using the media to get a better contract. And we just saw Craig Counsell get a crazy contract for a manager. I think he made more money in that than he did playing baseball.
Yeah. The Cubs fired David Ross to go hire Craig Counsell.
It's getting ugly out there.
Did him dirty.
Okay, so that leads right into my thing. If you want Joe Espada as your manager, you should have hired him last week.
I think this is what you can do. I think this is maybe what the Astros are doing. They're waiting for all the musical chairs to be filled up and then be like, all right, Joe, you got to come back to the negotiating table. And the other way is Joe could be like, hey, I'm going to talk to Milwaukee. Yeah. You're going to send me something or not. So I think there's a game of chicken happening right now.
Is it though? Why are they interviewing other candidates? Dana Brown said he was interested in Craig Counsell, right? They're interested in Ray Montgomery. Okay? Ray Montgomery, one of Bagwell's poker buddies. They're interested in other names. If you're interested in other names, and if you want to do your due diligence, that just shows me that you're leaving the door open and an opportunity to find somebody better than Joe Espada. Yeah. If they wanted Joe Espada, they should have hired him by now, but they haven't. So that shows me, in my opinion, I don't know how you, I know we're talking about it, but in my opinion, they don't want him bad enough.
It's like when you ask the pretty girl to the prom,
right?
She goes to see who else is going to ask her first
before
she says yes.
I'll play devil's advocate. Don't you want to turn over every rock to make sure this decision's right? Because I do feel
if I was in love with Joe Espada as the next manager, he's my guy, and I'm leaving no doubt, no question.
I like turning over every rock.
You're gonna find somebody better. You're gonna find something will show you that you think you can find somebody better.
The grass is always not greener on the other side.
I agree.
For sure.
100%.
But I'm also want to look and make sure every rock is turned over before I make that decision.
Okay, so but that also goes right back into what I'm saying. If you were dead set 100% on Joe Espada, you wouldn't turn over a rock because you got the rock right there.
But isn't there confidence of saying, hey, the only internal candidate is Joe Espada?
Right, but also
isn't that a vote of
I agree, but he's also been here since 2018, and he's been interviewed for other manager spots in other places. 2 interviews with the Cubs. He doesn't get them, and he stays here. If you think he's your guy, he's your guy.
Yeah, you've had enough time to.
You've had plenty of time.
Evaluate him.
I agree. I said yes. I just think also the vacuum of the powers to be and the Game of Thrones game that's happening behind the scenes. We don't have to tiptoe around. There's a Game of Thrones situation happening in the background of our favorite team.
So do you think there's a power struggle
between Crane and Dana?
No. Do you think it's honestly, man? Does Crane have as much say as we think?
Oh yeah. I don't think Dana's making the decision at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, Dana's going to be like, "This is who I want. Here's all the reasons why," and then it'll go to the boss man. The boss man make a decision.
Right.
I just think that's how it is.
Yeah.
I also have never seen Game of Thrones, so I was trying to catch the reference.
Or just a lot of jockeying and politics of power players.
Let's finish the Joe Espada talk with how long, if you're Joe, how much longer do you wait before you just pull out completely?
He's not under contract anymore, so he can go do whatever he wants.
If they haven't made a decision on you by January, are you just going to say no anyways?
Dude, if we haven't made a decision by January, there is something wrong.
I do think Joe Espada and his camp should give a hard line.
Yeah.
because he can't have all the other chairs get filled up and be left holding the bag.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that 100%. Angels just hired Ron Washington. They wanted Ron Washington and went and got him. Craig Counsell
the
to
Mets
the Cubs.
the Mets went and got the Yankees bench coach.
Right, Mendoza. And then you got the Cubs just hired Craig Counsell. Brewers need a job. Brewers need a manager. Padres need a manager, which I also read that is AJ Perilla, the general manager, looks like he's finalizing his candidate, but they haven't released any names, so they're about to fill their vacancy. Next thing you know, we're gonna be here next week, and the Astros are gonna be the only team without a manager.
Yeah, and all the candidates we wanted are
gonna be gone.
I just feel like this is Espada's. I think any manager job is a dream job for him. I don't think there's a better scenario fit. How we talked about earlier in the episode of you have a chance to win a World Series over the next because the team
is taking time.
But you also have the human factor of, hey, I'm kind of being dicked around right here, and I'm not being treated right in a sense.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
the human element.
How long do you wait before you say?
I think the longer it goes on, that should show me if I'm Joe Espada and they're not 100% on me. And then I start feeling like I'm being dicked around.
Is there a manager decided before Thanksgiving?
I would hope so.
Yes.
I think I give a hard line. Like,
I would give
before
a hard
the
line
holidays.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to go. If I was Joe Espada, I would not want to go into the holidays wondering if I'm going to be the next manager or not. Because I would want to make plans to, if I'm not going to be the manager. Honestly, if Joe Espada does not become the manager, he's going to leave.
Oh, for sure.
100%.
He's going
100%.
somewhere else.
100%.
He'll be a bench. He'll be
a bench coach.
Craig Counsell's bench coach.
Right. He'll be a bench coach somewhere else.
Yes.
Right. So if I'm Joe Espada, I would give them a hard line. And if they don't make me the next manager, then I'm going into the holidays looking for my next job, or I already have my next job lined up, so I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
I agree.
So it just baffles me that it hasn't been said that it's him yet.